Tech in the elementary classroom. My name is Jessica Benton. I'm a fourth grade teacher and I've been teaching for 8 years. Okay, so this is my EdTech Practice Course homepage, and we're going to go ahead and click on modules because that is our first objective, is to create a module to add a Canvas quiz to. So we're going to click the plus module button here, and we're going to name this one Canvas Practice Quiz, add module. And there are multiple ways you can add quizzes to Canvas and to modules, but I'm going to show you my preferred method to do so. So I go over to the navigation menu and I click on quizzes, and it brings me to my quiz menu. So I'm going to click plus quiz, and we're going to go ahead and title it Math 5.2a Practice Quiz. And it's going to be 100 points. My assignment group is going to be just assignments because I don't have any other groups right now. I use percentage, but you could use any of these depending on how you want to grade it. We are going to count it towards the final grade, so I won't be checking that off. You can assign this to certain students based on accommodations or needs. And you can also include to have it synced with your school's information system. However, we have to have specific training for that. So that is not something that we utilize at this time in my district. Then we will select build. And this is the start. So you put your instructions here. You might just say something as simple as answer the question according to the specification. So really easy there. It might be a verbal instruction even if you wanted to. And then we're going to click the plus sign. Our first one's going to be a numeric question, meaning they're going to type a number in. And I'm going to go to my question send box, and actually I'm going to upload an image for this particular one. And I have a screenshot from the study guide with a word problem that we've used before. To be ADA compliant, you can also type your alternative text here, where you might type the question again so that a screen reader would be able to read the image for the person if they needed that. We'll click submit, and it automatically uploads that in there. And so then we're going to put our answer choices. So I have 90 is going to be the correct answer. It's an estimation problem, so we have 90. And then I might want to put 90 decimal 00 because it is money and I can't use any other characters, but students may write it that way. You can also use an on-screen calculator. However, my students aren't allowed to use that for computation like this, so we won't be doing that for this. And item banking means where you can save it for later use. And I like to go ahead and you can create a new item bank. I would like to put like the SOL number and subject here. So math 5.2a. And I already have an item bank existing. So I'm going to click that and go ahead and add that there. Now, how do I go to my item bank and add questions? Well, you can click here, and I'm going to select all banks and go to this selection here. And here are all my questions. So I can actually select from these to use into our quiz. This one is a matching one where I have the vocabulary terms and the definitions over here. So I'm going to click this plus sign, and it's going to automatically add it to my quiz for me. If I wanted to edit that, I would select this. If I wanted to copy it, I would use this. If I want to delete it, then I would use that. Then I have a sorting question or a categorization question where we're putting them in prime or composite. And I even used distractors on this one. And this is a great example for students as to how to use a distractor. If it doesn't apply to either of the fields or categories, then they just leave it where it is. And that can be really hard for kids sometimes. So I feel like it's important that we use that as practice for them. So that's how you add the questions. That's how you create a numeric question and upload an image. And then these are the different question types. So the next thing is you're going to go to your settings and select whichever options you like. I often shuffle questions and answers, and I also present one question at a time. I allow backtracking at the beginning of the year, specifically in math, but as we progress, I do not allow backtracking because when it comes to an SOL test, they can't backtrack. So they need to get used to that experience. I'm going to return. As students are taking their quizzes, you would go to the moderate option. So that was on there as well. I'm going to go to my modules now, and I'm going to actually add my quiz to the module. So I click that plus sign over here, and I'm going to go to the quiz option, and it should show up there. I'm going to indent one because I like how it looks, and then I'm going to add my item. And then you have to make sure you publish it, and you click student view. I like to do student view just to verify everything's working the way it's supposed to. And here's my module right here. Here's the quiz. And they would be able to click on that and get that started. You as an educator or educational leader would be able to go through and see what it looks like as well if you wanted to practice it. And so that is how you're going to create a module in Canvas, create a quiz with different question types, and then add it to the module.